In my last video, we discussed how to stop phone addiction and specifically the emotional and mental aspects of phone addiction, as well as what questions to ask yourself in order to assess your current situation. In this video, we're going to examine tips you can implement in order to begin curbing your addiction. Tip number one, remove temptation. If you display your favorite apps on the home screen of your phone, it makes it that much easier to get sucked in. For example, if you want to check the time and then you see your favorite app, you can go down that rabbit hole for several minutes. The same thing can happen when you check, say, a weather app on your home screen. Or what about when you check to see whose text caused your phone to whistle at you? After you've answered that text, you might see a little colored dot or a number on one of your home screen apps notifying you of a new posting or a new communication. It might be hard to turn away and not take advantage of that temptation. It's calling out to you and it's trying to take advantage of a weakness you might have, and that would be your FOMO, fear of missing out. To lessen the chances of temptation leading you down the path of lost time, remove those tempting apps from the home screen of your phone. You're not deleting these apps from your device. You're simply moving them to a rear screen so that way you will have to swipe in order to reach them. And in those few seconds that it takes for you to swipe, that gives you the time to catch yourself in the act and put down your phone. Tip number two, turn off your notifications. Does your phone vibrate, ring, whistle, ding, or make some kind of sound to let you know when one of your apps has received a new communication or a new posting? If your first impulse is to grab your phone and check it without even realizing what you're doing, then you've allowed your phone to control you. To help wean yourself from this impulse, remove the trigger, which is the notifications. This doesn't mean you'll stop checking your phone. It simply means you'll check your phone when you're ready to make a conscious decision to do so, even if that's every 10 minutes. Turning off your notifications also allows you to create this longer span of focus. Most people today have forgotten what focus is like because they allow their phones to constantly interrupt them. Tip number three, take five. Oftentimes, it's recommended that for people who are struggling with phone dependence or whatever type of device it is you're dependent upon, it's suggested that they institute an entire phone free day or an entire device free day. And that sounds fantastic, and I totally encourage you to do that when possible. However, not everybody is in a position to do this in the given moment because of certain commitments or certain responsibilities. And if you make this the goal to be device free for an entire day and then you don't achieve success in your first several tries, that's going to be demotivating, which will most likely cause you to not attempt to go deviceless. Instead, I recommend that you start with just 5 minutes. Set your phone down and spend time away from it. If you're worried about keeping track of that forever seeming 5 minutes and when it will end, set an alarm and don't touch your phone until that alarm sounds. Feeling what it's like to be untethered from your device for 5 minutes can be a life altering experience. Try this once in the morning and then again in the afternoon. Do this for a week. And then the following week, gradually increase the number of 5 minute breaks you take from your phone or whatever device we're talking about. This will allow you to build up your independence muscle, your independence from feeling the need to allow your phone to control you. Tip number four, find your fun. If all of your interests, information resources, hobbies, fun activities and relationships are handled through your phone, it makes it that much harder to build up your independence muscle. Pick an interest or an activity that does not require the use of your phone and devote a few minutes each day to developing that interest or activity. When you have a world that exists outside of your device, it makes it easier to choose to not live in and on your phone. If the thought of implementing any of these tips that I've discussed and in how to stop your phone addiction, if the thought of them is causing you to hesitate, then no worries. Just choose one to start with and put it in place over the upcoming week. It'll seem awkward at first and possibly even a little scary in the first couple of days because you're not used to operating this way. And this is okay. It's human nature to feel discomfort when we're going through a change, even when that change is better for us. So hang tight for that first week. You can do this.